Well, Dr. Michael Chez is an expert on autism and epilepsy with Sutter Health here in Sacramento to weigh in on this project. Thanks for being with us, Doctor.
Oh, it's my pleasure. How are you today?
I'm good, and I appreciate your being with us. So what do you think we'll be spending the $100 million on? How will this research take place? Do you happen to know?
Well, I think that what the initiative calls for is the traditional government distribution resources, such as the NIH or National Institutes of Health, the military research projects of the Department of Defense, where they give out grants for research to scientists around the country, and also the National Science Institute will be where the money will be placed and distributed to researchers who apply, and hopefully some of that will trickle down to a variety of places besides just the major universities. They're talking about partnering with industry and other more community-based research. But traditionally, a lot of those are going to go to the traditional university researchers and places that they've done some very high-powered, as expected, research. And the places like Johns Hopkins, Stanford, UCSF will be some of the powerhouses with that kind of money in neuroscience going forward. But we hope that places like Sutter and local universities like Davis and others will also get some incentive to help with this,
Well, is money what stands in the way of us finding out more about things like Alzheimer's and cures for autism, that type of thing?
Well, as you know, you can't do good work without paying for the people or the resources to get the supplies to do the work. And what happens is when researchers have to survive by having, grants to pay for their university salaries and other things, they end up being sometimes forced to take projects on where money is available. That could be cardiac research, diabetes research. Traditionally, things like Alzheimer's and autism especially have been underfunded relative to other diseases like diabetes, breast cancer, AIDS has gotten a lot of funding because of public support for it. And so some of the major crises, autism's 1 in 50 children now, Alzheimer's is obviously skyrocketing as Americans age, and Parkinson's and diseases like that haven't been as well funded. So having this type of initiative is sort of a catch-up to help us better understand the mechanisms. And it's very expensive research to do. The new stem cell research costs a lot of money to initiate. The genetic research that's involved these days, the animal modeling to get therapies approved to go on to human research can take 10 years and cost hundreds of millions of dollars for drug companies and places like the NIH to develop new therapies. So I think this money will be well spent, and it will be needed to do this successfully,
Right. Okay. Well, Dr. Michael Chez, thank you for your input this afternoon. We do appreciate your expertise.
Well, listen, thank you for having me, and hopefully it'll be good for everyone.
All right. Again, Dr. Michael Chez there, who is from Sutter Health right here in Sacramento.